Let's talk about marquee games. Dallas got their doors blown off in Denver last night. When it was over, the Broncos had 44 points on the board against Dallas, and despite the heroics of Dak Prescott, they couldn't stop them. I mean, it was phenomenal to see these guys go up and down the field. Bo Nix, 4 touchdowns. R.J. Harvey, rookie running back, 3 touchdowns. Denver had 426 yards in offense against the once proud Dallas Cowboy defense. Penalties killed the Cowboys. Defense killed the Cowboys. Dak Prescott couldn't do it by himself. It was like he was in lifetime 3rd and long all night long. Dallas is just a disaster. Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Packers showed up on the Three Rivers. Jordan Love throws for 360 in Pittsburgh. At one stretch, Jordan Love completed 20 passes in a row.
Wow.
Once upon a time, the Steelers played defense. Not right now. This is really hard to believe that this is happening in Pittsburgh. Green Bay wound up with 464 yards along the way. It was just absolutely amazing how poorly the Steeler defense has played. And Aaron Rodgers just can't do it by himself either. Next game, Houston Texans. Houston rocks and rolls and slugs San Francisco and Mac Jones. Jones took way too many hits. Will Anderson and the Texans defense went crazy. C.J. Stroud, best game of the season, threw for 318. All the injuries. San Francisco got so many injuries. I think it's finally really kind of caught up to them. Buffalo Bills. Next logo. Buffalo, Carolina. Ooh. Bills have lost 2 in a row. Bills coming off a bye week. Bills totally pissed off. They went into Charlotte and creamed the Carolina Panthers. James Cook, running back, ran for 216, couple of touchdowns. Andy Dalton had to be the starting quarterback in Carolina. He took 7 sacks in the course of the game, in addition to the turnovers. Philadelphia Eagles, New York Giants. Jalen Hurts, those guys looked like they got it back together. Saquon Barkley ran for 150. The backup running back, Tank Bigsby, had 104. Philadelphia just steamrolled them. Terrible situation for the Giants. That looks as if the bubble has really burst there. Jackson Dart took a lot of hits during the course of that game. New England, holy cow, real deal. They have now won 6 in a row. Whoa. Mike Vrabel's really got these guys cooking. That quarterback, Drake Maye, has now thrown 14 touchdown passes and only 2 interceptions on the season. Got one of the highest ratings in the National Football League. And they don't have a lot of sexy names on that team. I mean, there's no blue chip number 1 draft picks there outside of the quarterback, but yet they've really come together. A little stroke of luck. They've stayed free from injuries. New England is the real deal. Kansas City, wow. They're just hammering people along the way. Kansas City posted another victory. And all their components now look as if they've really kind of come together. The offense, the defense. Obviously, Kansas City plays Washington tonight. There is no Jaden Daniels. So this is going to be an ugly game for the Commanders. Their season's kind of starting to unravel because of injuries. And the last one is Cincinnati. They started booing in the 3rd quarter, and they did not stop the entire 3rd and 4th quarter. Cincinnati blew 14, 15, and 16-point leads. They lost at home to the 0-7 New York Jets. Just a horrific situation there. So that's where we are. Big games on the weekend, National Football League, as we're getting to the midway point of the season. Reaction.
Yeah, I was watching that the Texans play the Niners, and man, it just there was like you go talk about the body bags. They got to drag them out on the floor. There were still so many injuries in that game, and they just kept losing guys. And you're like, it's just a crisis for I don't even know how Shanahan holds that thing together.
And Mac Jones is he going to get up? He just kept taking so many hits, and yet he got up and stood in there. I think he threw for 198, but that's at the hardest 198 he's ever earned in his life.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was a tough go. But, let's talk about the real story here in the NFL this week. I mean, it was the games, sure, but what about these throwback uniforms? I mean, what do you think of the Denver Broncos, orange crush?
I like that.
What did you think
of that?
I like
the helmets.
Oh yeah, it's a good look, isn't it? It's like makes you think of Elway and back in the 80s, kind of good times.
Yeah, I like them. You should have heard the words out of the mouth of the wife when she saw the Pittsburgh uniforms.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pittsburgh wore their 1933 uniforms when they were called the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't understand the design. Anyhow, I went into this historical book that I had that had the actual picture of the Pittsburgh Pirate uniforms from 1933, and that's what the Steelers wore last night. Don't do that again, please.
Oh, well, again, I see. Like I told you, sports and art. There's a lot of commonality here. I really like that Steeler uniform. You know what it reminded me of? As a little kid, I used to watch Speed Racer. Do you ever remember that cartoon? And he had that brother. It was the Racer X. And he was always in the yellow and black car and had that design with a lot of diagonal lines. And that's what I thought about. But that's way better than those other Pittsburgh Steeler ones that look like prison, yellow and black prison numbers with a white patch and the number in the front. Now that is something ugly.
What did you think of the Charger Blues, aka San Diego Charger lightning bolt jerseys?
This was an interesting story to this because first of all, I don't like that uniform. I mean, I like the throwbacks, the powder blue, but isn't it incredible that when what's his name, Spanos bought the team from Klein, he wanted to put his own stamp on it and kind of push the powder blues off to the side
and the gold and make it dark blue.
Yeah,
with
they
lightning
wanted,
bolt.
Yes, exactly. They wanted their own like thing.
Identity.
And so then they had the navy blue, and then remember people would be calling for those throwbacks, and they bring them out every once in a while, and everyone would go crazy. And then they finally moved to LA, and then they go like all in on the throwback, and now the boring uniform from granted a good era in San Diego Charger history now becomes the throwback, which is bizarre. But in the end, when I saw Herbert with that dark colored uniform, all I could picture was Stan Humphrey's big cheeks that we used to see in his helmet.
Yeah. End of the day, San Diego Chargers. Just remember it.
Oh yeah.
And they honored Antonio Gates, and they put a brick with his statistics on the Walk of Fame, and they did a big internet thing on social media with pictures of Antonio Gates being honored, and he got his ring at the ceremony on Thursday night. And they made a big thing out of it, to which I responded, please remember San Diego Chargers.
Bitterly? He's still bitter? We're all bitter. We all hate the fact that they left San Diego. It screwed San Diego over.
I concur. So we got games to talk about. Feel free. Jump on board. Go deep. Tell us what you think.
Go deep.